At Direct Service Garage Doors, we are your one-stop shop for all things garage door. From garage door repair and broken spring replacement to new garage doors and openers, we do it all. We're proud to be among the highest-rated local garage door companies in all of Central Arkansas. Our highly trained technicians are available 24 hours a day at no extra cost to you. So if you have an emergency, call us today, 501-244-3667, or visit our website at directserviceoverhead.com. Don't wait days. We'll fix it now.
All right, everybody. Happy Friday. It is, of course, it's Flamingo Friday, baby. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Yo, hope you guys are doing good. I just got pinged on Twitter from QB Spotlight from Stephen Hamner. Oh, I'm not wearing my baseball cap or my Ram cap. My Tuss Talk with Ty cap. That's the hat I'm missing. Crap, I thought I had it on my head. Well, there you go. Did not comb the hair. Damn it. All right, we're just going to have to work with what we have today. All right, I got pinged by Steven really fast. Discord and Patreon coming next week. Ooh, juicy. I'm going to retweet this. Y'all go support my boy Steven. I would have brought him on for this. All things quarterbacks, college football quarterback film breakdowns. That's juicy. Insider quarterback talks with coaches, players, quarterback trainers, etc. NFL quarterback film breakdowns will be available as well. First video is over KJ Jefferson's #1 area of improvement. Well, look at that. You guys make sure you go support Stephen Hamner. That guy does a great job. He's, I don't know, I obviously take in a lot of content like that. I watch a lot of breakdowns on specific players and positions, and Stephen Hamner really is the guy who knows what he's doing. And he works with these athletes. I mean, he works with these guys. So, he's got to – he was just at a Elite 11 camp just, 3 weeks ago? He was at the Elite 11 camp. Got to watch some of that. So this guy knows what he's doing. You guys know him. He's a friend of the show. He's been on multiple times. We're going to have him on again soon. I liked when ASU wore them as well. Wait, what? Mine is anthracite. Oh, you guys are talking about jerseys. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite jersey combination, that's a tough one. I really like the 64 throwback. I'm not going to lie. I loved the 64 throwbacks. I don't know if we'll ever see those again. But they were fantastic. Okay, we have a loaded one here. We're going to talk about a lot of recruiting, a lot of Razorback football recruiting stuff going down. Of course, we're going to dive into South Carolina a little bit. They're in town. That's arguably the biggest game in Baum all year. We thought it was going to be Tennessee. Don't get me wrong. They're still a top 20 opponent, but they didn't really come in super strong. You're not talking about the Volunteers from a year ago. You're talking about the team this year that at times, I'm pretty sure they dropped out of the top 25 at one point. I think they've climbed their way back in. Or maybe they fell to the very bottom, maybe like 25th, 24th. I don't know. They weren't as strong as a year ago is the point that I'm making. And we thought that game in Baum, that 3-game series between the Razorbacks and Volunteers was going to be the best game of the year going into the season. And now here we are with South Carolina, who's ranked in the top 10, not playing their best baseball last weekend, getting swept by Kentucky. We'll get into that and more. First, we want to give a shout-out to the show's sponsors, Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. You saw that ad at the very beginning. These guys do top-notch work, man. Same-day services. Free estimates, quality parts, affordable outcomes, better than best results. Give them a call today at 501-244-3667. We have some screenshots of some of their work in our Discord, so make sure you go and check those guys out. And again, give them a call if you need. It's not just replacement. It's like it says in there. It's quality parts, so they can fix your door. They can straighten it out for you. They can make it close smoother. They can do a little bit of everything. Anything that has to do with the garage door, they can take care of it. All right. So give them a call. Again, that's Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company, and of course the Odd Soul located on Emma Street in Springdale, Arkansas. Craft bar pizzeria, great environment. I mean, I'm not sitting here telling you it's like Cheers. Hey, Norm, it's not that, but it is damn close. Every time I walk in there, I kind of feel like, it's very welcoming, and I love the environment there. I've been there. I've definitely had I've had a couple of their different pies. I've still not had a calzone. I know. I haven't had a calzone. I haven't had a calzone from them yet, but I hope maybe we will tonight. We're supposed to have pizza tonight. Maybe I'll order a calzone from the Odd Soul. Actually, Sarah, if you're watching this, I think we're going to order pizza from the Odd Soul tonight. All right, it's a done deal. Okay, let me pull up my topics here. Let's start off with, first off, I hope you guys are doing well, man. It is Flamingo Friday. Super Chat is open. Patreons, we have the updated Patreon list, so yeah, enjoy that. That was really cool. We broke 56. I think was the number. That's impressive. You guys are just rock stars, man. Okay. Recruiting is picking up, and this is why I tell you guys, if you're Patreon supporters and you're in our Discord and you don't have the green in your name, if your name isn't green, or if you're a part of the $8 and up club where your name is that really kick-ass, I don't know what, it's yellow, but it's like a neon yellow. That's the $8 and up club. If you see the yellow names, that's the $8 and up club. But if you are one of those and you don't have the hookup in Discord as a Patreon member, you need to remind me. Please DM me, because recruiting is about to really take off for football. I think it's been covered really well with basketball. In that chat, we've kind of talked a little bit about, we've talked a little bit about the portal in there. If there's anything that I hear that has been confirmed by at least two reliable people that I rely on, if they can give me, I don't pretend to be an insider. I'm not, and that's not my shtick. I'm not someone who's going to give you the insider scoop all the time. My thing is, think of me as like you turn on the radio and those guys are flapping their gums about Razorback sports. I'm just a commentator, right? I don't hang my hat on having all these inside sources, but every once in a while I do get some pretty good information via DMs or group chats that I'm in or whatever. And I've been fortunate enough the last several years to get some really good stuff. That's going to be the first place I share it, is in that Patreon chat. Again, you cannot see it unless you're linked with your Patreon and your Discord. So make sure you guys are in there. So Arkansas has offered, I think this is now, I don't know how many in-state players they've offered. I haven't actually, I'll have to pull that list up. I think it's 9, maybe 10 players they've offered in-state. Let's go over these names really quick before we get into baseball. We will talk baseball here in just a minute, but I wanted to start off with Razorback football recruiting. Arkansas offers, let's see, this is my Discord, my private server here. Arkansas offers another in-state. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm counting 10. So that looks like that's 10 players, including, yes, those that are not committed to Arkansas, that are committed elsewhere. Walker White, 4-star, 6'3", 215-pound kid who's currently committed to Auburn. We'll see if that sticks. He's considered the number 1 player. They just offered, this was yesterday, Wyatt Simmons. I believe this was yesterday. If it wasn't yesterday, it was I'm pretty sure this was Thursday when Wyatt Simmons was offered. He's right now, according to 247, he's a 3-star. Wyatt Simmons is a 3-star according to 247. According to the composite, he's not ranked just yet. Now he's out of Searcy, Arkansas. He's 6'3", and I've been told he is every bit of that 6'3", with a good size frame. 200, just south of 220 pounds, out of Harding Academy. Again, he's from Searcy, part of this 2024 class. I hope I'm counting all these 24 kids. I didn't mix a 25 kid in there. I'm pretty sure that's 10 kids, but that's a lot of offers, or a lot of different offers in state. I think last year, don't ask me off the top of my head. I want to say it was, I want to say it was 11 or 12 last year, but I'm probably wrong. I don't know if they offer as many in-state kids like they did a year ago. Now, as recruiting unfolds and they start whiffing on a lot of these out-of-state kids, they're going to go back and they're going to reevaluate their in-state talent. That is part of that. Are they overlooking players? There is some of that. I do think other schools we certainly know do that. Now, Arkansas State's going to take whatever top 15, top 20 talent they can get their hands on. Arkansas has the ability, obviously, to kind of venture out of state. But Wyatt Simmons is one. I like him a lot. He's not the – what is he? Is he the third linebacker in the state of Arkansas? Second? He's the second linebacker they've offered in the state. Brian Huff, who's about 6'4", 225. Everything I've heard, this kid, Arkansas's in good position. Has a number of good offers. He's out of Jonesboro, plays at Valley View. He's a .904 star, 88 overall 3-star according to 247. Don't know if that number jumps or not, but I like Brian Huff a lot. I don't know what it is about these Northeast Arkansas kids. When they get one of these defensive players, you just kind of have high hopes for him. I don't know why, but I liked him a lot. I forget the kid a couple of years ago who had to retire. Was that Marco Avant? I think he was from Jonesboro. Liked him a lot. But Brian Huff is one. Again, he's good size, right? You're talking 6'4", maybe just under 6'4", 220 pounds already, and he's just now going into his senior season. Like him a lot, right? So that's two linebackers that I'm looking at here. Yeah, Wyatt Simmons, 6'3". I love the size of these kids. We're not talking about these 5'11", 6 foot. The typical high school in the state of Arkansas linebacker is probably 6 foot tall. I mean, let's be real. Depending on if they're playing off ball, on ball, depending on what their role is. Typically, it seems like a lot of the kids in state, it's kind of, I'm not going to say it's rare. Just seems to be a little bit more uncommon that Arkansas produces these 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 225 kids that are ranked. I'm talking about the kids that are obviously getting offers. It's not super common in the state like it is maybe to Tennessee or even just to the west of us, Oklahoma. They just don't produce that kind of talent, and it's good that they have been lately. Again, you go back to Marco Avant, who was, what was he, 6'4" out of high school, 6'3", good lengthy kid. They've had several pretty good sized kids. Of course, Jordan Crook, who transferred here from transferred to in high school from Ohio to Fayetteville, going into his senior year. Then we know Manny Powell. I'm sorry, not Jordan Crook. Manny Powell. My bad. I get him mixed up in my head. Manny Powell, who transferred here out of the state of Ohio in high school. But I mean, sure, we could say he belongs to that group of kid, right? Those bigger sized linebackers. I love that we're starting to see a little bit more of that. These kids that are taller. They're not the 5'11", 6 foot, kind of hybrid safety prospects. You've also got TJ Lindsey. I'm going to be real honest with you. As far as I know, last I'd heard about TJ Lindsey out of Bryant. Shout out to Bryant. I have family down in that area. 6'4", 270. Don't know. I don't have an update on where he's at. Last I had heard, A&M was a lead for him. 6'4", 270. Kind of plays the DN spot outside. He's a big-sized kid, long frame. 3-star, but yet has offers from, I'm pretty sure Texas A&M, obviously Arkansas. He's got several, Power 5 SEC or Big 12 offers. That's someone at the moment I don't feel too good about. Charleston Collins, we've kind of talked about him. He's already committed. He committed to Arkansas out of Little Rock, 4-star. I'm pretty sure Charleston Collins is a unanimous 4-star, 6'4", 250-pound off ball. He's a outside defensive end. Trey Carter, welcome to, man, we got a member without me even promoting it. We got a member. Look at that. You go, man. Appreciate that. Welcome, Trey Carter. Are you new to the channel, or is that just did you change your avatar? The name sounds familiar, but the avatar's a little bit different. What up, man? How you doing? But let's look up here. Shoot, I love about 90% of A-State's unis. Oh, okay. You guys are talking uniforms. Before Arkansas, not a fan of the anthracite. Now I want pizza. Thanks. Yeah. Well, if you were up here out of Star City, Austin, if you were in or Springdale, you could wander over to the Odd Soul. We need to do a poll. We haven't done an Odd Soul poll in the last couple of shows. Yo, what up, Ty? Headed to work. Hate to miss out. Well, hey man, I hope your Friday goes well at work. I just rewatched it. Woo Pig Suey. Press the like button. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Freddy Krueger, for my man's Tyzilla. No one ever calls me that anymore, but I appreciate that. I haven't been called Tyzilla in a couple of weeks. I appreciate that. You OGs, you guys know what's up. The OGs know what's up. I appreciate that, Freddy Krueger, sir. Yeah. By the way, we do have the badges, the memberships. I don't promote them. YouTube just bugged the hell out of me about making them, so I went ahead and made. I think there's 3 tiers. I don't remember the cost. I think it's $1.99. I want to say the next tier is like $5, and the third tier is like $10. I think you get stickers and you get the cool name. You get the cool, like your name sticks out, almost like a super chat. What's up, Lone Sportsman Outfitters? How are you? I just became a member, but same old pick. Catch a show when I can. I appreciate that, man. And I got an awesome hat. Oh, that's where I recognize the name. Okay. Yeah. Well, cool. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I love the pictures that you guys are sharing too, by the way. I appreciate that. Hey, you guys make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you're new here. Boy, I see y'all looking out for my mans, looking out for QB Spotlight. That's what I'm talking about. Hold up here. No. So happy together. Bro, why do I get so many porn bots in my DMs? I used to never get porn bots in my DMs. Now I get them all the time. Like, what the hell? Why am I getting porn or OnlyFans or whatever? I don't go to OnlyFans. Okay? In case Sarah, my wife, is watching, I most definitely do not go to OnlyFans. Why are they in my DMs? They're like, oh, I see that fat bastard. I bet he goes to OnlyFans. I'm going to hit him up in the DMs. And it's the same stupid-ass comments that they make, too. Like, God. Elon, come on. Filter these people out. This is getting ridiculous. I'm good, bro. Getting ready to watch my son graduate. Oh, congratulations, man. Camden Fairview High School. Very cool. Congrats. Yeah, how are our chances with Wyatt so far? I don't know. I truly don't know. I know he's got some pretty good offers. Actually, I had his list of offers here. Hold up. Let me pull them up really quick. Nope, that's Walker White. He's got I don't know how, again, I have to say committable or uncommittable or just committable offer. Can't say uncommittable, but committable offers. Okay, now that's something that's very tricky to verify because really only the player in the school knows if that's a truly committable offer. Sometimes media members, that you'll rarely, if ever, hear them talk about that. And there's a reason for it, I mean, and I get it, but it is something that you guys ask me about, like how many, it's something I used to have in my DMs quite a bit, people asking me about committable offers. I get the term, I just don't know where it really came from, but I don't know So how the game is played, right? These schools will send out offers. Arkansas does it every year. They'll send out 100 offers. It doesn't mean they're going to accept them all, right? They're kind of like just in case offers, JIC offers. Now, I think these days, because of the way the portal works, maybe when you get an offer, that's a legit offer. I don't know. I think the portal has had quite the impact on high school recruiting. So saying that to say, I do believe Wyatt's offer from Arkansas, because we know the position is still one they're trying to hammer down. Like, linebacker is still a position where I feel like they're still trying to build it up, right? Which is why you've got the other offer from the kid out of Northeast Arkansas, Wyatt Simmons. They've got several other offers out to out-of-state linebackers. This is a position, I would argue, that's a PON, a position of need. Linebacker is just that. It's such a difficult position, that an interior defensive line. I don't know what it is about Arkansas. They have not signed, on paper, a lot of high-quality players there. Let's be real. Yeah, Torrin Carter was a great get. Cam Ball was a great get. You know, you can go down the list of names, but there's a reason why they keep having to go to the portal to grab 2 or 3 defensive linemen out of the portal every year. At certain positions, you would like to bring a kid out of high school and develop him at that position, but also, I mean, hell, they've got linebackers. You're going to have linebackers on your depth chart this year that are portal transfers. You've already got one right now that participated all through spring camp. Wyatt Simmons is someone, and I look at this position again because it's a PON. Now, again, the portal, I don't know what a position of need is when you're talking about high school recruiting, because if you truly have a PON, you're going to go to the portal to help it out, right? Arkansas has done that in the secondary this year. But again, because I think the position is one that Sam has put a lot of emphasis on, at least his staffs have, the previous 2 staffs, or when you look at Barry Odom, and now you've got this new staff, I believe that linebacker is a position where they're not going to throw out offers just because. I think they really would accept Wyatt Simmons if he were to commit today. So I don't know where Arkansas is at in his it's still kind of early. Well, I shouldn't say that because, you just got through spring camp and you're going into the summer. But his recruitment is really just blown up, really. I mean, when you look at his offers, I think he just got another offer. In fact, May 11th, he got 3 offers. He got Arkansas, Tulsa, and Mississippi State, according to 247. Oklahoma offered him on May 10th. Liberty offered him on May 10th. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like everyone is just now really starting to climb onto this kid. And so I don't know. When you've got Mississippi State and Oklahoma involved, we'll just have to wait and find out. We'll see what he does with his visits. We'll see what he does, where he goes, and how he feels. I think we're probably a little ways away. I say that, but that's only because when I've asked the question, I'm not getting a response from people. So I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know where Arkansas is at on his list. I don't know when he wants to commit or when he wants to go public. I don't know if he's a silent commit somewhere. But I do think his offer is legit. I think it is kind of a position of need. Again, man, when you say that with high school recruits, it's like if it's truly a big position of need, they're going to take care of it in the portal. But I do think it's a legit offer, just like the first kid I mentioned, the other linebacker that I mentioned a minute ago. That is legit. I believe that to be a very legit offer. Brian Huff. So, yeah, I think I'm trying to count these names down. I forgot Braylon Russell. So, yeah, that's 10 in-state offers. And you've got 2 committed, Courtney Crutchfield and Charleston Collins. Golly, I like both those gets, man. I love both those gets. And the TJ Lindsey, someone reached out to me about 3 weeks ago on Facebook asking me about TJ Lindsey, if Arkansas was going after him hardcore, like why is he favored to go out of state, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the whole story there, but I'm going to be real honest with you. I think there are other players that are just as high in value, maybe higher, maybe with higher ceilings. And I'm not saying this to be like, oh, well, he's going to go commit elsewhere. Well, we could do better. I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to be all like, forget him if he's going to leave. He sucks. I'm not doing that. But I think there's a just as high of quality player in the state of Arkansas at that position, and I think he's committed, and that's Charleston Collins, who's quite literally the same frame, similar build. He's a little bit lighter. Charleston Collins is about 15, 20 pounds lighter, but he's got the stars. Now, that doesn't always mean anything, but he's a .92 4-star according to the 247 composite out of Little Rock. I like him a lot. Charleston Collins is that kid who I think Collins could – I really think I don't know about year one. Well, those days are gone too, huh? Those days are gone. When you're talking about year one freshmen and having an impact, it feels like they're gone. Like at tight end this year, you're going to have a freshman, whether it's a red shirt or a true freshman. You're going to have a red shirt probably have some kind of impact despite Varkey's the tight end that just recommitted, Gums. Despite him recommitting, you're going to have Haas out there. You're going to have Washington, who's a redshirt freshman. I don't know about Easter because he's not going to report until the summer, and he missed all of spring camp. But when you talk about the impact that freshmen, like the impact they used to have, not all the time, but sometimes you have these freshmen walk in and, they have a pretty big impact. Darren McFadden, year one, he had to compete. He was behind Darius Howard, the big power back who, if I remember right, couldn't stay healthy. Darren slowly but surely took carries away. They've had freshman receivers over the year kind of have a small impact, maybe, a small handful of catches, whatever. Maybe freshmen, let's see, Freddie Fairchild was a freshman All-American. Pooh Paul was a freshman All-American, even if he was a redshirt freshman. But, those days feel like they're kind of gone, though, right? Like, you're not going to see it as often as you used to because schools aren't going to definitely not going to rely on JUCO as much because now that's all messed up thanks to the portal. And now you got these high school kids who they're going to come in and it's like, I'm sure the recruitment, they're like, oh, we're going to need you year one. And then they get on campus and what do? They go plug their position with a transfer portal player. It's crazy. It's nuts. But I do think Charleston Collins could be a kid who could come in and have an impact pretty quick. He strikes me as, and again, this is people I've talked to, people who've seen him play. I would love to go watch them play this year if I get an opportunity on a Friday night. That's just such a difficult night for me to do much. But I'd love to go watch him play, and he's pretty special talent. And I think I'm not saying as a freshman, maybe as a 2 or 3 year player though down the road he could have an impact. But yeah, 10 in-state kids. We know they offered. I can go down the list of names here. I've got Brian Huff, Braylon Russell, Courtney Crutchfield who committed, C.J. Brown, Kobe Branham out of Fort Smith, another. I think I've been talking about him for months. Underrated, 6'5", 300. I don't have an update on his weight, but I think he's still hovering around 320 at 6'5", 320. Pretty sure Vinny Winters has an offer despite not being ranked. The kid out of Malvern, the tackle, I think he's offered to actually play interior. He's another one of those. You talk about 6'4", he might be closer to 6'3", a little bit smaller, but he could also hit the growth spurt. And by the time he gets on campus, he might actually be legit 6'4", 6'5". TJ Lindsay they offered. Don't think they get him. Already talked about Walker White. Don't think Arkansas gets him. I'm starting to wonder if they haven't just let up entirely on Walker White. Charleston Collins and now Wyatt Simmons, their most recent. So they're killing it in the in-state. They're going after these players. Again, I do think as the season goes on, as we get through recruiting, if they start to whiff, they could throw out some more. I don't know about, again, we have to use the word committable, but I try not to. But they could throw out some more offers if they haven't already that we're just unaware of. But I think they could end up tying. I need to find out. I think they offered. I know it's a low double-digit number. It's like 11 or 12 players last year. I cannot remember off the top of my head. I have the sheet somewhere of all the kids that they offered on my private Discord server. But, yeah, so there you go. That's really the gist of the high school recruiting update for you. They're killing it in the in-state. They did have Kaivi Rose. I actually talked with Otis Kirk today about him. This kid out of Louisiana Tech. Grades out really high as a pass rusher. Let me look at chat here really fast. Yo, what's up, Haas? How you doing, man? Cody James says, as soon as I join, all I hear is, I bet that fat bastard. Welcome to a Tuss Talk with Ty live, right? Am I right? I thought I clicked the wrong chat for a second. Yeah, man, I get these damn OnlyFans bots in my DMs on both the Tuss Talk account, or they try to disguise themselves. Hey, friend, I am a stock analyst. Okay, that's a different. I've not heard this one. If you also trade stocks, I'm very happy to chat. Oh, okay, so this may not be a porn bot. I'm very happy to chat with you about the harvest and happiness. My team offers hot stocks for free every morning at 9 a.m. and has been gaining at least 15% weekly in the past .no fee for 2 months. Look, blah, 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 blah. Look for our chat on WhatsApp. I think I used to have the WhatsApp app. Okay, that's not a porn bot, but that's a porn, like, it's got a female in the avatar posing seductively. I mean, what was I supposed to think there? I mean, look at this. I've got another one. It's another girl with her avatar. Hello, I'm a writer doing research for a novel about the present time. I'd be grateful to talk openly with you about what made you happy, upset, and everything in between. Okay. Are these not? I just kind of ignore them. And then I get Frank. Hey, Ty, what's our odds against our playing no more games in Little Rock? Thanks, Frank. That's the gist of my DMs, right? On Tuss Talk Twitter or Ty Hudson Twitter. Let's see. Just so y'all know, he ain't talking about me. I cannot play. Oh, yeah. I think it's actually pronounced Has. Luke Has. But I don't know if it's like a Southern thing, but I just say Haws, Luke Haws. Oh, Luke Haws over there. Yeah, I think they know we're not talking about you, John. Yeah, they're 15 years too late. That's right. Do you think if we don't nab a safety soon, we look at the JUCO ranks? I think they already have, didn't they? I know there was some interest in a JUCO kid. I saw that somewhere. Twitter, maybe. I don't know. I need to get Otis Kirk back on, and we'll get caught up. I could see them going the JUCO ranks, but the JUCO rank is just all kinds of messed up. It's just all kinds of messed up right now because transfer portal. It's messing with high school recruiting too. And I kind of wonder if the NCAA doesn't expand. It might be an SEC thing. I don't know. Or a conference thing, but if they don't expand the roster limit and scholarship distribution, I could maybe see them setting a rule aside where, like, you have to use 20 scholarships on high school athletes. I could totally see that being a rule that gets passed in the next 2 to 5 years. Absolutely. And I wouldn't shock me if they put some kind of JUCO standard in there as well. Like, you have to offer, or you have to sign at least 2 JUCO kids or something, That's how you do things, right? The league's got to force it, I guess. Love the KJ video. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. I hate you're in Oh, yeah. I saw the Discord DM. Yeah, I saw it. TJ looks like he could slide into a defensive tackle spot. He's got a pretty big build, man. I mean, that is the upside. He's 270 pounds. He's got a good frame, and I think A&M, Texas, Arkansas, Auburn, California, according to 247, have all offered. Now, he is just a 3-star, but again, this is one of those scenarios where, maybe 247 just wasn't blown away by him. They don't have a real analysis on him. There's no scouting. They give his athletic background, but they don't have a scouting report or anything. But he's scheduled to go on talking about TJ Lindsey. He's scheduled to go on an official visit June 23rd to Texas. He's gone on some unofficial visits. He went on an unofficial to A&M back in March. And I don't think he has anything planned with Arkansas. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on that. He might have a. Has he not been here for an official? He came. Yeah, he did. He was here Yeah. He was here. He was here on an unofficial. I don't remember when. Wasn't that long ago. But yeah, his offer sheet is great. He's got, I think, USC's offered him. Mississippi State. There's several other offers on his list. WhatsApp. Oh nah. What do you mean 3M? What are you talking about, brah? What's up, Little Rock 2517? How you doing? All right. Let's get into this baseball game really quick, and there is one more. I'm gonna go baseball, and then we're gonna go back because I got some more football stuff. So, for those of you who aren't super into baseball, bear with me. This won't take long. We're just gonna talk, just for the baseball crowd, because I know there's folks here that are excited about this matchup this weekend in Baum, South Carolina, 14-9 in conference play, 36-12 overall, exact same record as Arkansas, but their league plays different. Arkansas 17-7. It's kind of outstanding what they've done, what Arkansas's done considering the injuries. South Carolina, man, they were without like 3 pitchers out of their bullpen. Here's what I have, though, on South Carolina. They won 20 of their first 21 games, which was one of the best records in the SEC based on the first 21 games. Again, so they were 20-1, I think, to start their first 21 games, which included taking 2 of 3 from Clemson and sweeping Georgia at Georgia. What did Arkansas do when they went to Georgia? Yeah, swept Mizzou the following weekend and then took 2 out of 3 at Mississippi State. Now, Arkansas got the sweep there. But as of recent, South Carolina has stumbled, getting swept by Kentucky at Kentucky, getting outscored 30-12. Arkansas has a small lead in the overall matchups. 44-35 is Arkansas's record over South Carolina. South Carolina hits homers. They hit dingers. South Carolina hits dingers. They're like top 5 in the country in home runs. They're pretty good. They strike out a lot, but man, I guess they're swinging for the fences every at bat. They're going for the fences there. Don't know what Arkansas's game 2 and 3 starters are going to look like. We know that Brady Tigert, I imagine, will probably come out, maybe do the same thing he's done the last couple of series where he gets 20 pitches or whatever. Maybe we'll see them expand his pitch count. Now, I know he's kind of had that. He's been a relief pitcher. Just throwing 25 pitches is not out of the ordinary for him. But if you're going to bring him out as a starter and a guy to kind of help, I don't know, get your bullpen off on the right foot, I guess, I would love to see him come out and get 4 solid innings, whatever that pitch count looks like. I'd like to see them expand him to see what he can do at about 30, 35 pitches. No, I don't know. That probably doesn't get you 4 innings for sure, but would love to see him expand that pitch count, maybe even stretch him into the 3rd or 4th inning if they could do that, whatever that pitch count looks like. Because if not, would he not be better suited if they're trying to ease him in, would he not just be better suited going back to the closer role? But it's worked out in Arkansas's favor to have him come out and get 20 pitches. But it just seems like if that's what you're going to do, maybe throw him back in his role. If you're going to give him 20 pitches, bring him in as middle relief or bring him in as a closer to face the final 6 batters, the final 2 innings, whatever. I kind of wonder if that's or maybe they want him. Maybe this is his role for the foreseeable future. Simply because he's a quality arm. We know what he is. We know what he's capable of. He is he's a feared pitcher when he gets on that mound. He's a big deal, right? Let's hope he can continue doing what he's doing. He's looked pretty good. I know his last visit to his last trip as on the mound, he was pretty solid. I don't know that since he's been back, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know that he's looked bad at any point. I think he's done really well. We know they're going to be without Wagner. I think he just got his pins taken out of his thumb. Is that right? God, that sounds terrible. Oof. I think he just had pins pulled out, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know when he comes back. I've read he might make the roster, but they just don't expect him to play. I think we've gotten more positive stuff on Tavian Josenberger center fielder. Seemed like there's an opportunity there for him. And then, of course, Peyton Stovall. I don't think they're expecting him to play. So that's we already talked about the effect in the bullpen and what's going on with Arkansas pitching. We know they're without Wiggins, Cody Frank, a guy who I think I think eventually Cody Frank was going to be a guy that was going to be a key, middle relief. And then, of course, you got Dylan Carter, who's out. So those are three guys out of the bullpen or out of the as far as your pitching depth. Those are three huge losses, and you're trying to get Brady Tigert in a position where maybe he could pitch a little more. But, yeah. South Carolina, I think they're without Will Sanders. He didn't travel. Noah Hill and Eli Jerzenbeck. By the way, that is the most baseball name I've ever heard, Jerzenbeck. So those are three guys that they're missing. They're really good at clearing the fences. Listen, these guys can hit homers. They can, they can clear bases. That's the concern, but I think Arkansas takes the series. I think they win 2-1. They're just hard to beat inside Baum. Baum's going to be rocking this weekend, man. If you guys get an opportunity to go, you should go. What's up with Tykes Crawford? He was almost a starter last year, but now he does not look like a starter this year. Is he hurt? No, he's not hurt. I mean, I'm sure he's got some kind of pain he's dealing with. As far as I know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an update on Crawford. I think he makes the 2 deep somewhere. He'll make the 2 deep, James. WhatsApp is sketchy. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I think people use it for like privacy reasons. I really don't know the whole story behind it. I used it a long time ago. But I thought the app was too buggy and it kind of sucked, so I just deleted it. Where are we ranking home runs? I think last I saw Arkansas was like in the 40s in home runs. So, yeah. All right, let's go back, and we're going to close this out with some football recruiting. We still got more news here. AJ, I think I'm pronouncing this name right. AJ Brathwaite, 6 foot, 190-pound junior out of Miami, Florida. He's currently committed to FIU, but he played at Western Kentucky. This kid's going to be like a 60-year senior. He played in 2018. My youngest daughter was 4. She'll be 9 in October. We can all do basic math. It's just kind of crazy to think about this dude. This dude's been playing football since my youngest kid was in pre-K, her first year pre-K. That's kind of crazy. 2021, he had 64 total tackles. He had a sack, 2 forced fumbles, an interception, along with he's credited with 64 total tackles. 39 of those were solo. But he's going to be visiting. I think he's in town today, as a matter of fact. AJ Brathwaite, 6 foot, 190-pound defensive back. Been playing since 2018. Think about that, man. 2 years before the COVID year. That's crazy. Oh, those were painful years for Arkansas fans. Also, Otis Kirk got a chance to talk with, I think it's KV Rose, Louisiana Tech interior defensive lineman. This was from his article, and I'll make sure to share this here in just a second. Rose entered the portal on April 24th, and the Razorbacks were the first to jump in with an offer. Again, this is from Otis Kirk at Hogville. He also has offers to Miami, Missouri, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, Colorado, TCU, and Ole Miss. He's had trips to TCU and Miami on official visits. We don't know right now at the moment if he's got other trips planned. I think he's just kind of waiting to see what happens. He liked the family environment or the family atmosphere. The people here, small town, everything was good. Big SEC school. 90,000 people in Fayetteville. With students over 100,000 people. And he calls it a small town. But that is the vibe that Fayetteville gives off. It really is. Now, Fayetteville is small compared to, where he's from and where he's been. But I mean, 100,000, 100 with students, you're probably at about 115,000 people, maybe. It's the second largest city in the in the state of Arkansas, but it does give off those kind of small town vibes. It's just that it's spread out, right? You know, it's a big town, big. I think it's a small city, big town. Maybe that's the right way to put it. I just found that kind of interesting. You called it a small town. Arkansas plays in the SEC, and the league is known as the best. Rose is very aware of what playing in the SEC could mean for him. Most definitely, Rose said, that was one of the things. That's something I wanted to do when I got into the portal. It was good to see that they have good players, and they are on a path to winning. Now, I think he's specifically maybe talking about Arkansas. Rose has his PFF grade right now. His defensive grade is 69.7. His pass rush grade is 72.4. So he's got a pretty good pass rush grade for an interior guy. 6'3", about 305. Otis Kirk, I was talking to him about Rose. He really likes Rose quite a bit. Says he's taller than 6'3". He's taller than 6'3". Felt like he might be closer to 6'4", 6'4.5", somewhere in there. But thought that he's a big kid, big frame, so would be a good addition out of the portal to help plug up things on the interior side of things on the defensive line. So yeah, Arkansas in on again. They're not resting. They're going to use up those offers out of the portal. He don't know small town until he's been to one of the towns. I was going to say venture into like Greenland, West Fork, Prairie Grove, Farmington's grown. If you've been through Farmington lately, Farmington is definitely grown because it's too damn expensive to live in Fayetteville. So people go to they go to like Goshen. They go to Springdale, where I'm at. They go to Farmington. You know, they'll go a little bit further out to Prairie Grove or Lincoln. Yeah. Look at those towns. Those are towns, and they're growing again because it's just too damn expensive to live in Fayetteville. I don't know how Fayetteville. I was shocked when Fayetteville took Fort Smith as the second largest city. I was shocked. Not really. I should say shocked. I was somewhat surprised. I knew it was growing, but I think you're going to see that. You're going to see that drop with these interest rates the way they are and the way things are going with inflation. I think I've read the average family is going to spend something like $3,000 more a year just on groceries. So buying a house in Fayetteville or trying to move to Fayetteville, I think you're going to see the population come down in Fayetteville. I really do. I think they'll drop. I don't think they'll be number 2 for long. Springdale's right behind them, 88,000. Fayetteville was 90. Is that right? Fayetteville's just a little bit, or Springdale's a little bit cheaper. Wayne Bell says stats against nobodies are very misleading. What the hell? What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Wayne? You're going to have to help me out. What do you mean? What stat did what are you referring to? Got to be a little bit more. You're either behind in the live chat. Maybe you came in a little late. You're talking about something earlier. That might be the case. That happens a lot. It's very confusing for me. Very confusing. Anyways. All right. I do appreciate you guys for stopping by and watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you want to join Patreon, those links are provided for you down below. Let me just, if you want to join our Discord, all this stuff is available in the description. Copy and paste. Let's see if I can get these separated. Well, no, there you go. There's Discord and the Patreon. If you guys want to join either one of those are available for you. So I want to give Wayne a second here to catch up because I have no idea what he's talking about. Weiner, Arkansas is a tiny town. Oh, man. All right. Yeah. So, South Carolina, Arkansas, Bomb Stadium. If you get an opportunity, what's the weather going to look like this weekend? Oh, wow. Well, if it goes down tonight, it looks like we're looking at about a 40% chance of thunderstorms tonight. It's 50% chance at 1 o'clock for thunderstorms in the area. So we'll see how that goes down. We'll see if this thing doesn't get rained out tomorrow. It's looking like it's going to do the same thing. It's supposed to rain some more early in the morning, and it looks like tomorrow afternoon there's about a 30% chance. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the weather plays out. Maybe we'll get a doubleheader or something this weekend. What is it? What it is, Ty? What's up? Phil? What's going on? All right, that's it. Woo Pig, you guys enjoy your weekend. I'm taking the Hogs 2-1. That should have been the poll. That should have been our odd soul poll. Well, anyways, just pretend like it was. And just keep it to yourself, I guess. All right. Woo Pig, and I'll see you guys next week. If not Monday, maybe Tuesday, but I think I'm going to be live on Monday. I know we're still waiting on some basketball news, and hopefully we have something happen over the weekend. I'm not saying that I know anything or if there's any smoke, but boy, I would love it if they'd find themselves a basketball commit this weekend, possibly from a young man out of Texas. That'd be fantastic. That'd be really fun to talk about on Monday. But yeah, anyways, whatever happens this weekend, Razorback related in terms of baseball, basketball, or football, you guys know we'll be up to date on Monday. We'll get caught up. So free Ron Holland. There you go. Horns down. Free Ron Holland. That's the hashtag. I'll see you guys next week. Be good.